I have been reading the subject matter that about 3000 BC and 5000 before Christian era there were the Uralic-Altaic people who were on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea and in Hungary and on the northern border of Italy to the Altai Mountains to Mongolia and to Turkey and to the Middle East, and possibly the Sumerians had to do something with the Finno-Ugrian and the Uralic-Altaic people because there are similarities in vocabulary. And apparently the Indo-European and the Semitic people conquered the lands of the Uralic-Altaic people. They had their own lands, and there are like um, um, I could put this camera here. The people were like this, like that, and they conquered lands and went this way, that way, pushed each other, and the prehistory of people is very interesting. For example, the Old Testament of the Bible, the books of Moses, the first books of Moses are Sumerian mythology, and I could even go as far to say that Adam and Eve were Sumerian and Uralic-Altaic Finno-Ugrian, even though that is speculation, mere speculation. And apparently the Indo-Europeans conquered a lot of lands, and the Semitic people conquered a lot of lands, and the Uralic-Altaic people were confined to certain spaces, and then there were the Finnic people to the north and the Ugrian people to the east and to the west, and the Ugrians were also called Hungarians. And the Udmurts are an example of Finnic related people who are not very much like the Finns. They are very different, but the lands of the people were occupied by all kinds of different tribes, and then there were some rulers, some kings and queens who ruled the lands and conquered the tribal lands, and the first people who mastered agriculture were, for example, the Sumerian people and the Finno-Ugrian and the Uralic-Altaic people. But Egypt is very little Finnic and very little Uralic and very little Ugrian, Hungarian. Egypt is not one of those places. Egypt is more Semitic and Hamitic, and Arabia is not Finnish at all. No Finnic, Arabia is Semitic, Hamitic. And I could go as far to say that the so-called Uralic-Altaic people were Yaphetic or related to the Yaphetic people.